welcome to the Manchester United v West Ham United FA Cup quarter-final preview. That was a mouthful, but first of all, let me just do this. Come on, we can be positive. We are Manchester United. We cannot fall into the night without a fight. We must go there and give it a go, even if it's only us as the fans who truly understand what Manchester United is. We're going into this game, quite honestly, I'm going to be harsh. If we win this game, it'll be a cup upset. That's how bad things are for Manchester United under Van Gaal, that we, Manchester United, will go to West Ham, and if we win, it's a cup upset. I mean, I don't want to go into him too much because he should have been sacked at Christmas. That's all I ever say to anybody now. But we've been absolutely appalling this season, and he's a lucky manager. And that luck, to go to Spurs and actually get a result there, and we would have had a massive chance of top four, even with how bad our season's been, and still unable to do it. I mean, it's just a testament to the man. But anyway, here's my starting lineup for the game. Give us your thoughts on this. Do get commenting below. I must say that's obviously all about you, this channel. Makes sense, I think. De Gea in goal, Smalling and Blind centre-back. Full-backs, Fosu Mensah if he's fit. If he isn't fit, I'd play Varela because I want to play Darmian at left-back. Rojo, 18 months at Manchester United, not good enough. He gets skinned too easily like a banana, and he just doesn't look fit to me, doesn't look that interested. He's the Argentinian Phil Jones. I know Darmian gets stick. Darmian tends to play Brad when he's brought on as a substitute. When he starts, he's done quite well. I would start Darmian. I'm going to talk about Blind in a minute, but who else are you going to play if you don't play Blind? I wouldn't trust Phil Jones with a cup of tea, let alone Manchester United's defence. Midfield, sorry, love Michael Carrick. Out you go, Michael. In comes Herrera, Schneidlin. Matt has got to play at number 10, a dynamic, fast midfield. Let's have a go. I'm not expecting Van Gaal to do it. This is what I would do. And then right midfield, Ashley Young. If he's fit enough to run around up front for 45 minutes, he's fit enough to play in the right wing where he plays well. Left side, Memphis. He showed more fight in that 2-minute cameo than he did in the whole team did as pretty much all season, so he definitely deserves a start because that's what Manchester United is. It's about fight and desire, and we want that. That's why I want Herrera in there as well. And Martial starts up front because I want to give Rashford a rest. What is he doing? What is Rashford doing? He's a talent of the future, 18-year-old lad striker, running around chasing defenders. He deserves a rest. He's not going to learn anything running around doing that anyway. I would take him out the firing line, give Memphis a run out, get Young on the right, get Martial up front, and let's get a bit of experience into the front three. Lingard's got to come out. He's not a number 10. His last saving grace, Lingard, is if he puts a couple of stone on and bulks out, because he is not a number 10. He was very poor against Spurs. He could end up being a squad player for us, but he shouldn't start. My subs bench there, no Fellaini. I'm just going to carry on now as I intend to go on. He's not part of this club. He's out of place in a Man United shirt, let alone on the bench, so no place for Fellaini, obviously. Obviously, if Rooney comes back in, I'd put him on the bench. I don't think he's fit enough to start anyway, so Rooney would come in at the bench. But going back to Daley Blind, I think against Spurs, the experiment was shown up as what it is, an experiment that's not going to work out. Daley Blind is a good squad player. I think he can be a great squad player for Manchester United in a number of positions. Whether he'll ever be first 11, I don't know, but he's not a first 11 centre-back for a title-winning side. I think if you want to fight for top four every season, maybe Daley Blind is that, but we want to win titles, and Daley Blind, he'll have games like Spurs, I'm afraid. He's not a top-class centre-back, which is what we need. I think Smalling's interesting. The only defender I think this season that comes out as top-class is De Gea, obviously. Smalling, I think, has had a good season, but I'm looking forward to the Euros to see how well he performs in what is a poor England defence, really. Because Manchester United, we have two defensive midfielders and we play defensive. It's not saying it's easy, but it's easier to be a very good centre-back in a team that plays defensive with two defensive midfielders shielding you. I'll be interested to see how Smalling performs for England, or a side where he hasn't got that protection like Ferdinand and Vidic had every season. So that'd be interesting to see as well. How do we beat West Ham? We have a go. We definitely have to have a go, and that's the way to do it. Play on the front foot. The West Ham obviously got Andy Carroll. We're going to have to be strong. We're going to have to stand up and combat the crosses that will come into the box, because he's an absolute threat, isn't he? He showed Arsenal for what they were. If I'm going for a prediction, I've got a funny feeling we might win it, which is madness. I accept that. It's the madness of King Louis. But West Ham are the better side. The pressure is sort of on them. I think they'll come at us. And on our day, with that team I've put out there, we can beat West Ham. Get commented below. Give us your thoughts. I think, yes, the team's confidence is on the floor. I think, yes, the way we'll play will probably restrict us to one shot on goal, and West Ham will have numerous chances. If West Ham take their chances, they'll probably win the game. If we actually have a go at anybody, then we'll win it. I think that's the one thing that frustrates me about Van Gaal's tenure at Manchester United. We're permanently stuck in first gear. We never move up the gears and have a go, and we're going nowhere fast. We need that needs to change. I think better times are coming. I'm going to end on a positive. I think Van Gaal's gone anyway. I think if we lose on Wednesday, he's 100% gone, maybe before the end of the season. And I think better times will come when we get a new manager and a new start. And I think we've got an exciting summer ahead. I just think this season has been very, very poor. Probably on par with Moyes, but we're going to talk about that later on in the week. I think we're going to do a debate on the Moyes Van Gaal comparison. Some of you saying you'd want Moyes back. I'm not having that. I mean, Van Gaal's been terrible. Doesn't mean we say Moyes was any better. Moyes was an absolute disaster. I wouldn't buy into that personally, but give us your thoughts on that. And we've also got a show coming up soon as to if Jose Mourinho takes over, what his starting 11 would be. So interesting times ahead. We'll do the live watch along again on Wednesday night for the Cup game. Join us at 6:30. We'll go live all the way through, me and Joey, with the live comments up on the video. I'll have my live match reaction straight after that. Get commenting below. Give us your thoughts on the lineup and what you're expecting. I think we've got to have a go. People say tactically, how would you beat West Ham? I think you've got to have a go. They are susceptible at the back, but you've got to go on the front foot. If we sit back, then it's easy for their fullbacks to put the ball into the box, and they've got Andy Carroll. I'm fearful that Van Gaal will sit back. And if you sit back against the side that's got a tall striker, it's easy to put long ball in. We've got to go on the front foot. We've got to go 10 yards for the forward, which is why I want a dynamic midfield and quick experience up front. Love to see Ashley Young play. Love to see Memphis play and Martial up front. Rashford on the bench, obviously, to come on the last half an hour. I think I said this a few weeks ago. This is where that's ideal for Rashford. He hasn't got to pull up any trees at the moment. He's got the talent. Coming off the bench for the last half an hour is great. Playing him every week and getting him to run after defenders, it's poor use of a potentially very good young talent. So that's my thoughts. Get commented below, give us your thoughts, drop us a like, subscribe to the United Stand if you're new, and join us at 6:30 for the watch along live match coverage on Wednesday night. Let's hope we can do it. West Ham are the hardest team left in the cup, but we could probably trip over a banana skin and go out the cup. Let's see what happens. Over to you. Get commented below and we'll reply to you. Thank you very much.